Hello, how is everyone today? I'm back today once more. Um, this time I'm gonna be playing Dark Knight. Why do I keep thinking about Cinderella Phenomena? Um, this time I'm back with Dark Knight, continuing Sachiro's romantic ending. So yeah, without further ado, let's just switch and go. I went through the list of all of the recent residents, but none of them are suspicious. I mean, someone around here has to be the cause of this, but it's as if we're chasing a ghost. Speaking of new residents, didn't you ask me about Sachiro and Siviano? Did I? You mean that boy? Now that you mention it, I've never seen him around before. Well, truth be told, I've lost my memories, most of my memories. I've forgotten about my family, and nobody else recognizes me either. This reminds me of a case from a decade ago. One day a child wandered into the village, but it didn't seem to have any family whatsoever. He was later adopted by a local family, thankfully. It was a sad story with a happy ending. Hi Mark, how are you? How was your stream? How are you? Welcome. Omak and the Kimin Omak raid. If you need to go, lurk, take care of yourself. Please feel free to do so. I'm not holding anyone against your will. I'm not pointing any guns. For those that know me, my name is Ivan Lepus, T, Audition for short. I'm a human hair iris. Normally do art and craft streams, productive sims, or gaming streams like I'm doing right now. If anyone is interested, these are my social medias. I'm also part of Virtual You Magazine, a magazine for VTubers from VTubers. What were you playing? Oh my god, you're playing Kingdom Hearts! What do you think about it? I've never played it before. I've been wanting to play it for so long. What are your thoughts? It is evening, yes. It's okay so far. No, it's 6 p.m. It's still too early for me to have dinner. But you go get some food or sleep or both. I'm glad you're enjoying. Yeah. I think the games were also in discount. At least recently, on I think they were on discount. I remember seeing a notification from it. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you have Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, and then you have like the little sequel prologue things, prequels. There is a lot of big franchise about it. And then they also divided it by the stories. That's why you have 1 point something and 1.3 and all those. One thing that caught my attention to that game was actually like the stained glass in it. From like time to time that it appears. It's so pretty. And there were things about maybe a Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out, but I don't remember if those actually became true or they were just like speculations and April jokes. Hey Sachiro, if you remember anything about your relatives, tell me, and I'll see what I can do to help you find them. Sachiro blinks innocently, speechless. Tears begin to well up into his eyes. Embarrassed, he rubs them away. I'm a bit overwhelmed by your kindness. Before I met Viviana, I thought I had no place to go. I was always alone. But now, I I don't know what to say. I gently pat Sachiro on the back and give him a smile. There, he'll be fine. If you need somewhere to stay, you're welcome to come here. Uh, uh, don't worry, he's staying with me right now. Let us know if you need help. Do you like the dumplings? Let me pack some for you to take home. Thank you, Mr. Shainan. We spend the rest of the day chatting. Liar's dad has a day off, so he surely join us. He was always a workaholic, but lately has been spending more time with Liorji. Our conversation shifts from the good old times to the recent murders. We've assigned the patrol to the IQ neighborhood, if you haven't already noticed. Well, we did have an incident with Shane recently. He tried to arrest Sachiro. I'm sorry. That man never listens to his orders. He must have realized Sachiro wasn't registered as a resident before we did. I'll do what I can to make sure he leaves you two alone from now on. Dad, as a police force, consider asking priests to help with investigations yet? About that, I actually think that's a good idea too. You might not believe me, but I was almost killed by someone who claimed to be a Shinigami. Sashiro nods to support the idea. It happened recently, and I still don't understand it. Diviana, I promise we're going to tighten the security in the village. I can't guarantee involving priests will improve the situation, but anything is worth a try at this point. To be honest, I can't believe something like that happened to you. How did you even get out alive? I managed to convince him to let me live somehow. I was just lucky, I guess. Would Kaishi kill me if I let anyone else in on his mission for the bloodthirsty tyrant? I try to reassure them, but they are all clearly worried about me. Sachiro does not say anything, but he seems to feel guilty that he could not help me while it was happening. It's not like Sachiro would have done anything anyway. I'm only glad he wasn't put in danger too. Before the sun sets, Sachiro and I head home. He seemed to have enjoyed visiting my friend, but now something seems to be on his mind. Is something troubling you? No. It's just that some pieces of my memories suddenly come back. They aren't very important though. Every piece is important. Tell me. I had a wish fulfilled, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was something to do with my memory loss. I can't believe I wished to forget everything. What awful thing could have happened in the past? What if you sacrificed their memories to make your wish come true? Maybe? When we turn to the bend, Kashi is next to us, walking down a perpendicular road. Oh my god, that was a struggle. Hi Annie, how are you? Are you feeling better? My breath stops. I hope he has not noticed us, but he stops right in front of us and turns slowly. He smirks at me, but then his gaze shifts to Sachiro. When will your time be up? The words only confuse Sachiro. The blonde boy chuckles before leaving. My time? Wait? That's right, I don't have much time left. But when? When is the deadline? Like, when do I need to remember? I need to remember! Multiple emotions show across his face. I wrap my arms around the boy, pulling him into a tight hug. Whoops. Into a tight hug. He's shaking and his breathing is irregular, but I hold him until he starts to calm down. The energy seems to drain out of his limbs, and he leans against me for support. Diviana. He rests his lips near my ear. I wait for him to speak, but he simply remains silent. I like how it went from hi Fee, hi Dio. I'm okay. Are you feeling better? Kashi definitely knows something about whatever is going on. I pat him on the back and try to still the sense of foreboding I feel growing inside of me. Sachiro slowly backs away and gazes into my eyes. I have. I actually got home at 8. And have you been eating? Sorry, I'm not sure what came over me. I shouldn't waste time worrying about the unknown. I'm okay now, thank you. If there's ever anything on your mind, you can talk to me about it. The boy pulls his scarf up and beams. Over the next few days, Sachiro rests at home. Don't you feel like getting some fresh air once in a while? I do miss watching the bright, colorful sky and the nights when the stars shine so brightly. It seems like they're erasing the world's very existence. Why don't you go out this evening then? The police haven't been in the area for a while, so it should be safe. Can we go to the temple again? While we're at it, last time we didn't stay long. There is something I want to check out again. It will be quick. Alright, we'll probably need to take a different route this time though. When the sun is about to set, Sachiro and I head out. Along the way, we bump into a familiar face. Hi, Diviana. Kaishi smirks. He notices Sachiro but appears to be ignoring him. Have you encountered anyone suspicious over the past few days? Nope. I've been trying to stay home as much as possible. As I thought. No worries. We still have time. So, where are you heading at this hour? Nowhere in particular. We're just taking a walk. I see. You should be careful. Not that anyone's home is actually safer than the outdoors these days. I glare at the blonde, but he merely chuckles. He takes one step forward and rests an hand on Sachiro's shoulder. Well, Diviana, have fun with your buddy. See you around. By the time we reach the temple, it has started to rain. The weather forecast didn't mention any rain. Too bad I did not bring my umbrella. I rushed to take shelter, and I tried to brush the raindrops off my clothes. Hi Matcha, how are you? Sachiro smiles at me, trying to relieve my discouragement. The rain might stop by the time we're done. Let's not dwell on it. You're right. Last time we explored, I found a hidden room at the back of the hallway. There might be even more past that. I don't only have glasses though. The crow is kinda hiding it. That's the balloons. Wait. I also have a hand. You know when the anime characters fix the glasses and it shines, it's something like that. I run my flashlight's beam along the dark, pause and stop when I see something gleaming in the corner. Two large sitting katana lie in wait. Wow, these swords look beautiful. Sachiro? Didn't Kaishi mention that a serial killer uses two katana to kill people? This temple is a perfect hideout for a criminal on the run. It can't be a coincidence that these weapons are here. Don't touch those, Sachiro. Huh? I think we should. All of a sudden, the floorboards creak behind us. I shut off my flashlight immediately and pull Sachiro into the next room, hoping nobody has detected our presence. My heart beats rapidly when I see a shadow walk in front of the thin paper doors. In the following silence, I cannot even hear the sound of breathing. And jump scare! Not really jump scare, but you know. The figure stops by the end of the door and takes a deep breath. I glance over at Sachiro, but only I am shivering in fear. You know, after seeing it a lot of times, it gets less scarier. The door slides open. Kashi is standing there, soaked to the bone. Ah, there you are. I am not sure if I feel relieved or terrified. Sachiro turns to me, confused. Did you seriously follow us the whole way here? I'm glad I ran into you earlier. Who knows how long it would have taken me to find you again. What are you talking about? What does he mean, Sachiro? I don't know either. Kashi, was it? I don't think we're familiar with each other. I have no idea what happened to you, but maybe I can help you remember something. Kashi's earring morphs into a seed. What are you doing? I'm just repaying a favor. Everything happened so quickly. Kashi is suddenly standing next to me. When I turn, Shiro is on his knees, and the seed is bursting through his chest. Before I can react, Kashi has already pulled his weapon out of the boy's body. Sachiro stares at the wound in shock, his shirt staining wine red. I call out his name and reach out to catch him with my unsteady hands before he slumps over. Why did you do this, Kaishi? Don't worry, he won't die from that. I avoided his vital organs. As for the why, I figured stabbing him would help jog his memories. Sorry for not being gentle. It's okay, Divyana. Sachiro managed to sit up and presses his hand over his bloody gash on his chest. It takes a few deep breaths before speaking again. Sorry for worrying you. It hurts, but I can handle it. No, you can't. We need to get... The boy leans forward, and I feel his arms around me. Huh? I pull back and notice his apologetic smile. Even if that was meant to calm me down, I only waited in my confusion. It really worked. A lot of my memories have returned. Before I can say anything, my body starts to feel heavy, and my vision becomes blurry. I collapse right into Sachiro's arms. Why did you do that? She needs rest. We have some things to discuss. I'm falling. My eyes are wide open, but all I see is darkness. Sachiro? Kaishi? A cold shock races through my body, and my breathing becomes shallow and rapid. It feels like I'm suffocating. I fight the emptiness, trying to escape from an invisible prison. Slowly my vision returns. I look around. So bright. Is it morning already? Sachiro and Kaishi are gone without a trace. Panic rises in my stomach when I realize I can't see the floor through my arm. Wait, calm down. A man must just be playing tricks on me. I hear people approaching the temple. I turn my head and notice men dressed in old-fashioned clothing, similar to what is worn at festivals. Oddly enough, they do not even acknowledge my presence as they pass by. Maybe I really have turned invisible. The men kneel down the altar and start to chant prayers. The only wearing, the only, the one earring, a lar- the one wearing a large traditional hat takes out a small box and places it in front of the altar. Shortly after, the men leave. Out of curiosity, I decide to check what they have left behind. I reach my hand out to the little box, but my fingers pass through it. Okay, I must be dreaming. I remember hiding with Sachiro and then Kaishi showed up. Maybe the trauma from my dad was so horrible that I'll block the memory out? Hands off, this one's mine. A masculine voice sounds from above me. A man suddenly falls from the ceiling. I stumble backwards, falling flat on the ground as he lands in front of me with a casual expression. The man's sharp green eyes are slightly hidden by his long silver bangs. A dark scarf covers his neck, although the deep cut of his shirt reveals a bit of his chest. Unlike the man I saw before, this one is wearing a unique, modern-style jacket. In a strange contrast, his arms are covered by black leather bracelets. This guy looks so familiar. It looks like Sachiro, but way older. Hi, who are you? Your clothes look weird. Really? You're dressed like that, but I'm the weird one? The man narrows his eyes into a scathing glare. After a moment, he slightly tilts his head and snorts. What are you doing in my home? Since when did anyone live here? What's a dumb question? I'm the temple guardian. My name is Sachiro. The temple guardian? You can't be serious. I'm not entirely convinced, but it does look like an older Sachiro. The guardian rests his head on the back of his hand and scans me over with suspicion. You're so short. It's not important anyway. His words recall a conversation about height. So, who are you really, Sachiro? So you're really Sachiro? I'm glad you're not hurt. Sachiro gives me a confused stare, raising an eyebrow. I've never seen anyone dressed like you before. Did you come from another world or something? Another world? What era is this? Era? I'm not sure, but according to those who sometimes leave offerings, the year is Yonyaku Yonju-yon. My jaw almost drops in surprise as I attempt to discern how I have managed to travel to the past. However, just thinking about it gives me an headache. So I decide to slow down and play along for now. Can you take me back to my own era? I'm a spirit who lives in a temple, not some great magician. Sachiro turns around and gestures for me to leave. I thought the temple guardian was supposed to bring fortune and happiness to the village. I'm only guardian in title. You'd better off praying for an angel to help you. The man pays me no further attention, turning to the altar. This Sachiro personality is different too. Can they really be the same person? They brought me some decent offerings today. I smell dumplings. He opens the wooden box and marches away. Then, out of nowhere, two puppet like spirits appear. They are cute and small, like little dolls. Master Sachiro, don't be so rude. This maiden only needs a little favor. The marshmallow spirits continue to bug him until he looks at me. Well, it looks like you don't have anything on you. No money, no help. Does that means you actually can help? Sachiro waves me off and continues eating dumplings with his back facing me. The two spirits float to me, apologizing for their master's behavior. This must be the Sachiro's original personality, since he doesn't remember me. I guess I'll have to start over with him. Since I cannot think of another way to return home, I stick around the temple, spend the entire day staring at Sachiro, but it does not even not move an inch. I start to wonder if he has fallen asleep. Once it is dark, Sachiro stretches his arms and opens his eyes. He does not give me a single glance after getting up. Where are you going? The spirit world for some fun. Can I go with you? No. Why not? You are delicate like a bubble. If you enter the spirit world, your sense could be overpowered by any stronger spirits. I'm a spirit now? You mean you didn't know? Obviously, your kind is way weaker than me. You can't even connect yourself to the human world like I do. The shoe suddenly grabs my arm. In the midst of my shock, I realize we can touch each other. Just as I thought. There's no way you'll survive there if you can't even dodge something like that. I can barely sense any power coming from you, and I doubt you're concealing your true strength or anything like that. Sachiro leans in closer and looks me over. What if you project me? I ask as swiftly as I can, while assaulting him with puppy dog eyes. I'm not a babysitter. He crosses his arms and looks displeased, almost hungry. Anyway, I'm going. I feel bad for you, so I'll let my familiars keep you company. Sachiro draws something in the air, and then, out of nowhere, a dark portal appears in front of him. He jumps up and floats towards it. I grab his dangling scarf. What are you doing, idiot? Going with you? You are suffocating me, you heavy bubble. I grab his scarf harder and squeeze my eyes shut as we are sucked into the dark hole together. I'm sorry, I just need to do a little break. For some reason, I was trolling typing on chat. Hi Crimson, how are you? Before I know it, we are standing on a grassy field. My hand still tightly wrapped around Sachiro's scarf. Oh wait, I have a message. I slowly open my eyes and am welcomed by a colorful sky above an open field and turn to Sachiro, who is now lying beside me. Where are we? Like I said, the spirit world. Now release my scarf before I get mad. When I oblige, Sachiro rolls a few inches away and hunkers down for a nap. He told me this place was dangerous. Why is he acting so relaxed? I study him. His face looks innocently peaceful. Just like the Sachiro I know. I know you're the temple guardian, but what do you actually do? Guard the temple, obviously. The villagers built a place for me to stay and bring offerings. In exchange, I keep evil spirits away so that there are no disasters. You sound like a good guy. There's no reason for you to stop helping the village, right? What do you mean? I don't think he'll believe me if I tell him what happens in the future. Not to mention that it might mess up the timeline. You don't have other duties, do you? Not really. I do what I feel like. Aside from that, well, I have a dream, just like everyone else. Before I became the guardian, I wandered around aimlessly. When I found this village, I thought it'd be a decent place to kill some time. Last thing I want is to be bored. What's your dream? Being content. I know it doesn't sound like a dream, but even though the way things are now seem fine, something is missing. It sounds weird to complain about something that isn't here. Well, whatever. At first, I'm confused by the answer, but then I realized that I had shared the same thought before the disappearance in the village happenings. There are more things I want to ask, but Sachiro goes off. So his idea of having fun is taking a nap. The peaceful atmosphere makes me sleepy as well. I close my eyes, comfortable. Slowly I feel something wrap around my feet. When I sit up to look around, I find a strange creature slowly climbing up my leg. I try to shake it off, but it does not budge. I am erratic in my erratic movements. I accidentally kick Sachiro, waking him from his nap. You better have a good reason. This thing won't let go of me. The man looks at the creature with half-lit and uninterested eyes before finally shrugging. Take responsibility for yourself. I told you not to follow me. I stare at Sachiro in shock. When I start to feel weaker, I realize that the creature is draining my energy. Releasing of myself, I grab the creature by one of its appendages and pull on it with all my strength, but it is stronger than I expected. Hey, you shouldn't do that. It will drain even more of your power. Sachiro unsits one of his katana. In the same motion, it slices the creature off of my leg. The severed limb disappears. I am put off in a puff of smoke, and my worm begins flowing back the moment the creature flees. Hi Effie, how are you? And thank you for the reading. I hope it was worth it. I feel very young, I'm not cute. Thank you. You're so weak that you can't even defeat the spirit trainer. Sad as hell. Next time, I'll just let you be. How was I supposed to know how to deal with that thing? While you argue, our surroundings turn darker, as if the sun has set. Strange noises come from every direction, and I notice curious eyes watching us from the distance. I tremble at the realization that I might become someone's meal. It does not help that there is seemingly no escape route. Sachiro rubs his face in with one hand before letting out a heavy sigh and shoving me behind him with the hilt of his katana. Maybe it wasn't such a bad idea to bring you along after all. They must think we're an easy meal. The man's lips form a devilish smile as he draws both of his katana. His aura changes to one of sheer thrill and excitement. Despite the killing intent radiating from Sachiro the spirits, some humanoid, while others are more beast-like and slightly transparent, approach us unafraid. Although they do not necessarily look frightened, the pitch-black auras surrounding them are creepy and intimidating. Sachiro counts down before charging forward. Let the fun begin. His war cry paralyzes the spirits, causing even me to tremble in fear. He fortitude slashes his way through the crowd. Dark red liquid and smoke bursts forth as Sachiro draws his katana back. Within minutes, we are the only living beings left standing. I speechlessly look at what can only be called a corpse party. After wiping the liquid from the blades, Sachiro sits down. Oh jeez, I haven't dirtied my bracers. I guess it was worth it though. I've dirtied my bracers. Sachiro, why did you kill all of them? Because it's my kind of fun, obviously. But they were spirits like you. You're killing your own kinds. You're worrying about something you know nothing about. Sachiro follows my gaze and lets out a sigh. Don't worry about the mess, it will disappear soon. Thanks for luring those suckers in. By the way, it normally takes forever before they try to attack me. If I knew that, I would have not followed you. I'd hardly call you a guardian. Didn't I already tell you that it was only in title? People just gave me the title so that they feel secure. Anyway, let's go back. I don't understand the rules of this world. The Sachiro I know is so sweet, but this man, he slaughters his fellow spirits with a smile. It does not take long before we find ourselves back at the temple. I want to continue our conversation, but Sachiro goes to rest. The next day, I woke up with an awful headache. I had a strange dream last night. I met the temple guardian and then, peering around, I realized that I am still at the temple. The two puppet spirits pop up in front of me. Good morning. Calm down, ma'am. We are Master Sachiro's helpers. Alright, it wasn't a... Why do I keep doing this myself? It wasn't a dream, and I really did turn into a spirit. Where is your master right now? He's out at the moment, but there's no need to worry. We're here if you need help with anything. I sighed heavily as I brainstorm ways to convince Sachiro to help me return home. What kind of offering do you think it would take for him to grant my wish? The spirit straight hesitant glances. Well, keep this a secret, but Master does not grant wishes. Sorry, but I don't think he can help you. He takes everyone gifts, but doesn't give them anything in return? What's a good for nothing guardian? I need to tell the villagers about this scam. Hey, who's a good for nothing? I jump when I realize Sachiro is standing next to me. Gah. Startled, I back away from him. What do you know? Even those spirits are more helpful than you. There's more of being a guardian than just answering prayers and fulfilling wishes. He lies on the floor and positions himself for a nap. I roll my eyes but remain silent. A rumor says an angel lives somewhere nearby and that they'll grant anyone a wish for an equal exchange. It said the exchange is not worth it. You lose as much as you gain. Worrying, I came to this village to explore the rumors, but ended up at this temple. What do you wish for? I wonder what it is like to live in the village as a human. You have incredible powers and can enter a whole other world that no human can. I don't understand why they want to leave those things behind. Every day I listen to the people's prayers. I hear about their trauma and troubles and watch them interact with each other. Human lives look so fun to me. Occasionally, I'll even explore the village and watch things play out there. It's not that special. No hand grabbing. No kidnapping. What makes you say that? It might be hard to believe now that I'm like this, but I grew up in the village. Really? Tell me what is like then. There's nothing I can add to what you saw and experienced for yourself. Living in that place is really boring. The spirit world is way more exciting, judging from what I've seen so far. You must be kidding. A spirit life consists of battles and sleep. It might seem exciting to you, but it becomes tiring when you do the same things day in and day out. Don't you have any friends? What are those? I assume he's being sarcastic at first, but as we make eye contact, I realize he really does not know. The definition of a friend is different for everyone, but to me, it's someone I can always depend on. Although we might not see each other every day, there's a mutual bond between us. I suppose I used to know someone like that, but we went our separate ways a long time ago. I think his name was Cake? No, it was Kaishi. Right, that's his name. I tense at the name, but I try to hide it. Kaishi was your friend? Do you know him? Yes, I knew him. He tried to kill. I stopped mid-sentence. The last thing I remember from my human life is watching Kaishi pierce Sachiro with his teeth, all while wearing a menacing place. Menacing what? Glare. Sachiro tilts his head slightly and looks at me curiously. The memories are fuzzy now, but I can still remember a few things we talked about. I think he turned to a Shinigami the last time we met. Why did he stop hanging out? I don't remember. It must be lonely having no one else to talk to. Nah, I don't really need company. If that's true, why do you want to become a human? Out of curiosity, I guess. There are so many things I want to experience that doesn't exist in the spirit world. Like, there are more kinds of food, I enjoy the offerings the villagers bring me, but I'd like to try other dishes too. Well, I can at least tell you more about them. We spend the rest of the day talking about our worlds. Of course, I have to be careful not to say much about the future. When I hear a familiar voice, I become alert. After a moment, a shadow emerges from a nearby bush. Sachiro moves into a defensive position, but then relaxes when the darkness gives way to a human form. Kaishi suddenly pauses to glance suspiciously at me. Speak of the devil. Have you taken an apprentice? No. Well, that's a strange one you've picked up. It's a newborn spirit, but it looks older than that. Kaishi floats closer to me with a chuckle. Do you have a name? Viviana. Never mind her. What brings you here, Kaishi? I heard the rumor and thought I'd stop in for a spell. You're only wasting your time then. There's nothing exciting happening here. The two men sit down in front of the temple's entrance. You know, the other day I had someone invited guests. I tried to scare them off with some pranks, but it didn't work. In fact, they went even further in. In the end, I had to force them out. It was a pain. You own a house? Even a Shinigami needs a place to rest. I bought a pretty fancy place in the North District. Good for you? I don't mean to imply there's anything wrong with this temple, of course. You don't even have to pay rent on it. Whoopsie. You don't know how many requests I get per day. You can always take a day off every now and then. Ugh. Sachiro lets out a sigh and rubs his neck. Wouldn't it be a dream to slack off for the rest of your life? That reminds me, didn't you tell me about your dream once? What was it? I don't remember. Kashi stretches his hand out and draws something in the air. In a puff of smoke, a dusty notebook appears out of nowhere. Sachiro's eyes widen in recognition. He reaches out to take the book, but Kaishi throws his arm back. Catch! Kaishi swiftly throws the book to me, and I confusedly catch it. You still steal notebooks from the temple's keepers? I don't know what you're talking about. You're bad at lying. Well, I've never read it, but maybe Viviana will be more interested. What should I do? Do not look. You shouldn't steal from people. When I noticed Sachiro's outstretched hand, I returned the notebook to him. I don't know how you did it, but don't steal from the temple's archives. I know, it was just a joke. Oh, this one must be your diary. Kaishi conjures another notebook out of nothing. Its cover is pure white. It appears to be brand new. Sachiro does not bat an eye. Ah, you don't want it back? Well, a friend might be interested. Are you sure that I... Kashi smiles mischievously as he pushes the notebook into my hands. With the man quieting down, I head inside the temple to give them some privacy. I find a comfort spot and open the notebook. I expect to find handwriting notes, but instead it is filled with illustrations. Oh my, so pretty! When I flip the page, I realize that the drawings are sequential. Is this how Sachiro passes the time? There are a lot of drawings, so he must be alone most of the time. It kind of reminds me of my boring life back home and how I cogged up in the rhythm of things. the Sachiro I know has all the freedom in the world. I'm sure he wouldn't want to remember his life. I nearly jump at the sound of creaking wood, but I relax when I realize it is only Sachiro. Shouldn't he be talking to Kaishi? He has other things to do. Sachiro gaze drifts to the open pages of the book in front of me. Woman used to come here and paint, even though she couldn't see me. She had a vivid imagination. This was one of her few personal collections. I like to think that she was imagining what my life might be like. It's far from being accurate, but it's an interesting reflection of the life she led. It's fascinating that humans can create such lively works of art without ever seeing or experience the subjects of them. There are more sketchbooks in the storage room. If you are interested, go ahead and take a look. Sachiro seems to want to say more on the subject, but he hesitates. Anyway, excuse me, I'm going to clean my katanas. Sleep wherever you want. I'm taking that room. Went at the small corner room. Is it okay if I stay with you? Why? In case you walk off? If you were a more powerful spirit, I would suspect you were planning a surprise attack on me. But in your current state, I could defeat you in my sleep. I'll take that as a challenge. Don't make me hurt you. Sachiro leans against the wall with his katanas on his lap. I forgot to ask for your name. Kashi asked me back there. Did you forget? It's Iviana. Sachiro snorts. Closes his eyes while holding a scarf with one hand and resting the other near his weapons. I sit down and study him. What's with him and scarves? Even in the future, he always wears one. I reach out towards the fabric, but Sachiro's eyes flash open. In an instant, I'm pinned against the wall with a blade inches from my neck. What were you planning? Nothing, I was just curious. The man's eyes sharpen into the deadly glare. After a long moment, he finally lets me go. I'm sorry. He says this word while gripping his scarf. Are you hiding something under your scarf? No. Sachiro head drops as he clenches his fist. My neck is my weak point, huh? Every spirit has a weak point. Once you hit it, they'll disappear. Aren't spirits kind of dead? I'm not dead, dummy. I was born as a spirit. Although some people are resurrected as spirits when they die in their worlds, I don't know about what dying feels like. But if you die as a spirit, you're gone forever. Of course, the stronger you are, the more enemies that will cross your path. Many come for my head, which I can't say I mind. You did look pretty strong when you took down all of those malicious spirits, but you made it seem too easy. Do you have any special powers? Sachiro gives me a side eye and snorts. I always thought spirits are transparent and impossible to touch. Speaking of which, huh? I lean in to inspect him. He flinches, surprising me in turn. I lose my balance and fall onto him. His body is soft like a cushion, and I'm practically squishing his shoulders. His eyes are even wider than mine. I defensively move away and drop my arms around myself, fearing that Sachiro is upset with me. Don't scare me like that. As he relaxes, he sits up properly. He avoids making eye contact with me, although I notice the light blush spreading across his face. Sorry, that was clumsy of me. If you aren't more careful around me, I'll chop you into pieces on reflex. Reflex, huh? Well, I'm glad you don't actually want to kill me. Don't get me wrong, you just aren't worth the effort. Ouch, why does he have to say things like that? As our conversation comes to a close, I realize Sachiro has been looking my way more than usual. Something is different in his eyes. Yes, it's time for bed. You can sleep first. Alright, good night. I grab the futon in the corner and make myself comfortable. Before I close my eyes, I feel the gentle pat on my head. When I turn around, Sachiro pulls his hand back. I give him a questioning expression, but he only turns away. Stay. As I sit up, I rub my eyes. I glance around the room, but Sachiro is nowhere to be seen. Oh, he must have gone out already. Before I can stand, I realize that Sachiro is actually lying on my lap. It is strange that I do not feel any weight from him, but I chalk it up to a spirit quirk. Watching him like this brings back the memory of the first time I met him in the present. Oh, so cute. When I reach to touch his fluffy hair, his eyes flicker open and he rolls away from me, standing. That's just you. I thought someone intended to kill me. I cannot help but laugh eternally. Hey, you were the one who cuddled up to me. That's strange. I don't remember doing that. If you wanted to nuzzle together, you could have said so. Would I want to do that? I walk towards Sachiro with arms wide open, and he steps backwards. You have to learn a lot if you want to go to the human world. You can't survive without ever making physical contact with another person. As if I can trust your words. Okay, maybe it was a slight exaggeration, but you need to chill out. Come on, I won't hurt you. Besides, how could a weak spirit like me ever kill you? You have a point. You're about as threatening as a raindrop. Thanks for rubbing it in. Anyway, I honestly do want to teach you more about human life. After a while, Sachiro gives in, and trusts him to sit opposite me. I place my open palms in front of him. At first, he's wary, but then he touches my fingertips. Not so weird, huh? You're still a strange creature. Sachiro pulls back and lets out a sigh. We can figure out how to get you back home later. You seem fine here for now. Physically, maybe, but I still want to go home as soon as possible. Sachiro takes off his scarf and drops it around me. I get the feeling of deja vu. The warmth in his actions is so overwhelming that my cheeks sit up. This scarf always makes me feel secure and comfortable. I don't know if it will help you too, but you can hold it onto it for a bit. I cannot help but smile, no matter the time or place. I guess it really is the same deep down. We spend the following days lazing around in the temple, napping whenever we are not talking. Discuss possible methods to get me home, but Sachiro does not seem to have many ideas. I'm only a fighting spirit. I can't do much to help others. Guess you could always ask the forest demon about it. There is actually a demon living in the forest. I haven't met them personally, but there is a rumor. I have no business with them. It will only be troublesome if I go. Is it safe? The demon just guards the forest. As long as you don't harm any of the inhabitants, you'll be fine. I'm surprised there is a demon in this area too. I wonder if it's the same one. What do you know about this demon? They're in good terms with the other spirits, or some of my guests have told me. On the other hand, I don't think the villagers know about them. And it should probably stay that way. Why? Humans fear what they cannot understand. And I've heard that the forest demon has already cursed a few people. I don't know how it all went down, but I heard there weren't any happy endings. That said, those are all just rumors. I have no idea if any of it's true. I'm going to see it for myself. The forest spirits are calm during the day, so you should be safe right now. Thanks, Sachiro. I make my way to the forest. I encounter a few spirits that resemble small glowing stars. If Sachiro had not told me they lived here, I would never have realized what they were. I wander up the waterfall I recall from school trip several weeks ago, although it looks slightly different. So this is how the forest used to look, huh? Suddenly, out of nowhere, off the corner of my eye, I notice something move from within the bushes. It is too large and fast to be an animal. I move in for a closer look, and once more hear movements from the bushes, but this time it comes from the opposite direction. Are you lost, little one? A feminine voice softly whispers to me from nowhere in particular. I need to get back. I somehow came here from the future. A guest from the future? How unusual. Are you the demon who lives around here, maybe? There are many demons living in the forest here. Be more specific. I heard about the demon who guards this forest. Ah, that is me. You see, I'm originally from this village. Somehow I got sent back in time. Ah, I have never heard of such a strange situation. I contacted the temple guardian, but it doesn't know a way either. I'm sorry, dear. I recall rumors about an angel in the village. Perhaps you know more about them? Angel, you say? I think you're looking in the wrong place. Oh. The forest turns completely silent. I wait for a reply for a few minutes, but it did not come. As I'm about to leave, the feminine voice calls out to me once more. There is a couple who are familiar with sorcery and witchcraft residing in the village, although I do not recommend that you interfere with them with time. It is safer for you to remain in this area. Why? The guardians of space and time will surely find you if you continue jumping between eras. What would you recommend then? For me to just stay here? Are you familiar with the Temple Guardian? He will keep you under his wing. I've met him and he seems nice, if I may ask, though I do not know anything about him. He doesn't really talk about himself. I shouldn't be gossiping about others, but the rumor among spirits is that the guardian is nicknamed Death's wild card. However, he hasn't harmed any living creatures in the forest or village. On the contrary, many are thankful of his work. I must admit that I worry about the guardian sometimes. Anyone who has such a famous reputation must attract a lot of unwanted attention. Oh well, I suppose I can say the same about it myself. Well, little one, whatever your decision, I hope your heart can find a home. The mysterious voice fades away, although it may be able to find help in the village. Locating the couple will almost certainly be like finding a needle in a haystack. For the time being, I decide to return to the temple. I notice a middle-aged man walking around the grounds. Sachiro, who is this? Who is that? It's just a temple sweeper. Humans can't see, hear or touch, so no need to worry. God, I'm still not used to this. I look over at Sachiro's katana. Spirits have special powers, don't they? Can you teach me how to use them? Shh, I'm listening. I pout but do as he says. Dear Temple Guardian, the village is overcome with misfortune. I beg you for your protection. He kneels at the altar and whispers some prayers. Sachiro watches his emotionless eyes until the man leaves. Aren't you going to help him? Nah, that kind of problem is none of my business. Seriously? Why do I even bother staying here if you don't do anything? For the free food and energy the temple emits, obviously. Are you serious? Partially. Either way, I'm not obligated to help these people. His words are contradicting his actions. I wonder if he's just acting humble or putting an act. In any case, I feel sorry for the people who have been given false hope. I pray they realize this is a scam before it's too late. You shouldn't concern yourself with the villagers. It's not like you can do anything to help them anyway. I catch a hint of restlessness in his eyes. Maybe I am wrong, but he seems to be set to be up to something. Stay inside the temple. Little spirits become active at night, but the grounds here are purified. Even the strongest invaders won't be able to get through the barrier. At dusk, Sachiro makes a visit to the temple. I want to know what he's doing, but he keeps his lips sealed. He dashes into the darkness. Don't worry about Master, he will be fine. Although, why don't you tell me about these so-called evil spirits in the meantime? They kill other spirits and are corrupted as a result. They become obsessed with murdering their own kind. All it takes is one killing, and most of spirits can't stop themselves from growing darker. What about Sachiro? Hasn't he killed a lot of spirits? Well, yeah, but it's different. He'll be fine. There worries a little to reassure me. For some reason, I cannot stop worrying about him, even though he acts cocky and is mean sometimes. I haven't seen the town in this time period. I wonder what it looks like. I love to see my hometown. Can you guide me to Sachiro? Nope, no way. What if we get attacked? What if we get ambushed? It only takes a wrong turn. Bam! You're gone. It's so dangerous for spirits like us. And you might get hurt too. The village is my hometown, and I doubt is swarming with evil spirits. It will be fine. I'll be fine. But you're too weak to defend us. I mean, yourself. Don't make us do this. Oh, so it's gonna be furious. We don't know that for sure. The little spirits finally give in and create a small, ghostly light. We're sorry, we can't leave these grounds, but this light will guide you to our master. Thank you. Please be safe. I followed the small light into the darkness. After a while, I ended up in a familiar park. My guide swiftly fades away, but Sachiro is nowhere to be seen. I start to worry that I am at the wrong location. I suddenly hear what seems to be a large crowd dancing in the distance. My own instinct I hide inside the bush. Wow, are those spirits? What are they doing here? The group abruptly goes up in white flames. They squirm against one another as if they are locked within an invisible cage. Soon, the fire and the spirits trapped within disappear together. When I hear a familiar voice from nearby, I turn towards this source. Jeez, why am I wasting my energy like this? Guess I'm just lucky there aren't any stronger spirits here. Suddenly, something passes me in a blur. It takes me a moment to realize the katana is now pinned to a nearby tree. Did Sachiro just throw a katana at me? Hey, are you spying on me? Then I look up. Sachiro is only an arm length away. I stumble backwards and fall onto my butt in surprise. I don't freak out. If I wanted it dead, you already would be. What were you just doing? Couldn't you tell? I was killing evil spirits in the park. Oh yeah. Anyway, I told you to stay at the temple. Why did you come here? I was worried about you. Worried about me? You'll only be a burden if you stick around here any longer. Go back. You're not the boss of me. I can do whatever I want. Sachiro walks past me, retrieves his katana, sits it, and continues his rounds. He leaves the park and heads elsewhere. Curious about the village, I follow after him. He does not complain about my presence further. The village does not look too different from how I remember it, because there are fewer inhabitants. There are less feelings. While we explore the village, we bump into quite a few evil-looking spirits, which Sachiro effortlessly deals with. Decide to help the village out anyway, huh? You're not such a bad guardian after all, are you? He remains quiet and continues walking. A number of monstrous spirits in the village continues to surprise me, yet I feel more uneasy than frightened. Did you meet the forest demon? Yeah, but she couldn't help me. She told me about a couple who might be able to send me home, but she also recommended that I not go through with it. Why not? Apparently, if I try to mess with time, some guardians will try to stop me. I don't know anything about that, but it takes the demon's word for it. You trust her? Even though we never met, I do. The rumors say they let me live peacefully because I cleanse the forest of evil spirits. Oh, that reminds me, she seemed worried about you. Sachiro arches an eyebrow curiously. She said something about you being famous, and I have to wonder about that too. You're a guardian, but you've killed tons of spirits. Wouldn't that make you evil too? Perhaps. That doesn't clear up anything. I'm done for today. He speeds up his pace as we walk through the forest on our way back to the temple. Next day. The next morning I woke up alone in the temple. I entertained myself by exploring the interior, but I exhausted quickly. It is nice to see how well the keeper cleans. Eventually, a lone woman arrives at the temple and sits at the altar. This morning I saw my daughter walk again, even though her legs have been bad for a long time. Thank you for answering my prayers. I'm forever in debt with you. The woman bows and places a small package on the altar before she leaves. Did last night's cleanup heal her daughter? I didn't realize evil spirits that had that sort of impact on the village. I was pressing 4. It was not going through. Much time passes, but Sachiro does not return. Master just out resting somewhere. And here I was worrying about him. Not to mention that being alone is so boring. What do you mean alone? We're here. Are you thinking of going out and killing more spirits? Oh no, I was hoping to do something more relaxing. Well, when I'm bored, I count my toes. Time goes pretty quickly. I don't see your toes. What about paying a visit to the spiritual hot springs? That exists. It's in the forest, not too far away from here. If you follow the path behind the temple, you'll get there. Awesome, I haven't taken a bath in days, and I just said that out loud. I don't feel smelly, but just thinking about it, ugh. During the day, there are barely... Oh, yeah, I was pressing the key. Okay, that explains it. During the day, there are barely any evil spirits around, so you'll be okay. I follow the path and soon spot out springs ahead of me. As I draw closer, the mist becomes denser. The springs look unnatural, even otherworldly. Ah, I can't wait to jump in. Actually, do spirits bath with their clothes still on? Whatever, I should be fine. Excited to take a dip, I quickly undress, wrapping my shirt around my torso for comfort. The steaming water immediately relaxes me. It feels like I'm back to being human. Rich sure do know what a good bath is. I walk deeper into the spring because of the mist. It takes me a moment to notice the other presence. Sachiro? It's you. We stumble back after seeing each other's faces, and I defensively clutch my shirt. Oh, Imperalos, I totally did not expect Sachiro to look like that. The longer his eyes are pinned to me, the more flustered I become. Stop staring. I'm just keeping an eye on you. Where's my katana? He slowly moves away from me while keeping his guard up. Somehow he appears more vulnerable than usual. I feel like teasing him after everything is done to me. Could it be that you're scared of me because you are defenseless? Of course not. Let's see. Stay there. I draw nearer to him as he tries to move further away. Stop it. What are you up to? You look awfully tense for someone who claims not to be scared. There is nothing to be scared about you. You're weak. Despite his words, he continues trying to escape until I corner him. Why doesn't he just admit he's scared? It is so obvious. Don't think I'm defenseless without my blades? Jeez, do I really look that intimidating? This is hilarious. Maybe I can help him get over his fear of people, assuming I don't give him an arch attack first. Once I get close enough, I poke him on the nose. Despite the gentle touch, he looks petrified. Are you okay, Sachiro? He starts breathing again, but is so flustered that it does not even push me away. He opens his mouth, but is speechless. I step away before he faints or something. The reaction I got out of this is more than satisfying. Now that I have discovered his cute side, I take more of a liking to him. Next day. And I'm gonna end here today. I'm gonna do a short stream because I want to have dinner. And I want to rest. My voice kinda hurts. My voice, no, my throat. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see who's on. I will, and I will eat too. What about you, Matcha? Okay, yes, he is on for some time. But I swear I saw someone else. Aha, here it is. I haven't read this one in a while. And she started 30 minutes ago, so this is perfect. So that's the red message for who is sub and for who isn't sub. And let's raid Mocha! Matcha will meet Mocha. That's yeah. Thank you so much to everyone who joined me today. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next week. I hope to finish Sachiro's route in 2 weeks, because I think at least 1.5 hours will be enough to finish, at least I hope. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone who joined me today. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Almac, for the raid. And till next week. Bye bye.